Me and Junior got this pond cleaned up. As of right now, they just got all this metal removed from the landscaping areas. Met with the site work guy today. He brought his excavator. This is where the 4 conduits meet the single one that we need finished so we can backfill and pour that. This is the Connex box we will get removed. This is our electrical room. This isn't 2-hour fire rated, but there will be fire rated plywood here that I went over with Carlos Peralta. They need to line these walls and build the dividing walls. This was the old fire room, which will now be a locker with the metal door. Here's the storage room, kitchenette. It's a pretty big kitchenette. This is the IT room. This is the wall they're going to insulate for us. ADA bubbler will be here. Bathroom will be right here. Manager's office right here. Somehow they messed up the water pipe on the underground, so that's here, so we'll get that situated with the plumber. The desk will run out here, slat wall on this side of the wall here. These are the windows. Jeffrey from Dex made his adjustment. These you can see, they're missing a couple small pieces of trim, gutters, and drops. Rapid still needs to make adjustments to the window. I've been putting pressure on them every day. Missing a couple trim pieces up here. We moved the dumpsters and the porta-johns so they're more hidden from the street. Gotta get the Ballard covers on after this hill will also be getting topsoil. They need to paint all of these headers. Somehow their water line ended up in that unit, not sure how. This is going to be a door and a wall here because this is the FTC pump room. It's pretty large. We will throw a baseboard heater or a wall heater in here, probably just a wall heater. Directly over here, this is going to be a storage unit now. This pump room was supposed to be here, but it got messed up on the underground. Electrical rooms here. We have no really other way to access it, so we're going to blow a hole through this wall, which is on the other side of the building, in the actual big building, in a 5x5 unit. So we'll save all this room, make that a unit. And then right over here, we'll install our door. They still have some metal trim to do around over here. IPS will be framing out this machine room in 2-hour fire rating the entire thing. Elevator pit has been cleaned out here. Door here, door here. These stairwells need to be scraped up and painted. Out here there is some elevators in these units. But as soon as IPS can finish their stuff, we'll get the elevator guys to install all their stuff. Still missing their gutter piece up here. Paint all of these headers and walls. I think this is how these are supposed to look. Usually we do the white headers and side panels around them. Per the plan, this is how they look. I was a little confused, but We cleaned up this wall. Rapid has cleaned up more after the fact of this video. There is some dead trees the landscaper is going to be taking care of. Missing another piece of trim on the sidewall here and up top. These 2 pallets of CMU are to infill the elevators. Jeffrey left his CMU in there, but we're getting that cleaned up. He's going to scoop it out with the bucket for us. This is the mini split for the elevator machine room. I'm assuming here we're going to want to build some sort of fence with access to this to cover these up, because once they put the duct on these, I'm not sure it's going to look too good. But yeah, we'll come up with a game plan with Passos to try to figure out how to cover these up. This rock here was just put here temporarily until the curb is installed, so nothing bad blew into the river. Missing all the gutter and the top trim here. Missing some top trim up here. Pond actually looks pretty good over here. This little entrance will be deleted. This is just for construction. The piles will be picked up from the cleanouts. River rock will be added to this entrance for this pipe, along with the other entrance for the other pipe. Site work guy is going to be sweeping this dirt up off of the pavement. A couple trees and dead branches laying down that he needs to be picking up. Same thing, they're missing their top trim piece here. Okay, so per the plans, if I'm looking at the plans, this is supposed to be the elevator machine room. It is not wide enough for the elevator machine room. We could bump over a foot. I don't think that would still give us enough room. Tom was talking about how we should run a room across the hallway. I asked him, he said he had some sort of detail on it, but he said he might have had some sort of detail on it, but that might have been a different job, so I'm trying to figure out where we should be putting this. These are the elevator, or the HVAC drops, sorry, that are a little low. This one looks like it can be raised. That sprinkler head there is low in the back, but the front part can definitely be raised. There was some ice chunks in here that are melting, so we're trying to push these around with the brooms. Get all those spots dried up. It's another one of the blower motors that are a little low. And that's basically just because the sprinkler directly above head here, as you can see, runs right there. Mostly all these units are completely cleaned out. Here's our ADA units. Somehow there's plumbing over here too. I'm not really sure what that's for. Per the plans, it doesn't really show anything there. In the other hallway, there's also plumbing, but that's for the janitor's closet. Here's another blower motor. It's because these sprinkler pipes right here. I'm not sure why these blower motors have to be so large. It's that same water. IPS is going to be building all of our hand railings for these. There's 6 of them. Then we'll put the safety netting. That wall will be added right there by Rapid. Another unit that's a little low. Rapid did do a good job cleaning up inside of here. They brought most of their material to a handful of units on each floor. I've asked the electrician twice now to add temp lighting in both stairwells, but they have not yet. This one's a little bit higher. Bit more water here from when the roof was off. We'll be pushing this around with brims more and breaking out a vacuum to get it completely removed in before the flooring guys show up. The main runs right above this one. Pretty much in every hallway there's one of these blowers, which I believe it just pulls the air and blows it through here. Units are nice and clean though. This is where the janitor closet is. It's calling for bathrooms up here. I believe the plans are wrong, so I'm waiting to confirm this with Tom. But per the plans, it shows they're up here, but it doesn't make any sense because there's not a drain or any plumbing that runs up here.